Yeah.
Alrighty. So, welcome everybody back to session 3 of Out of the Abyss. How does everyone doing tonight?
Woo!
Okay,
Okay.
right? Awesome. So, where did we leave off with last session?
We basically let the demons have their way with the rest of this outpost, while we recuperate in safety in this room, which is also somewhat of an armory because there's supplies in here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think somebody's still outside.
There are 2 people,
Yeah.
actually.
2 people are
No,
down.
like someone
Yeah,
like
2 people are down,
from the
and
party.
No. Well,
yeah.
there's Silas, and then there's, not Silas, there's Levi, and there's Deimos.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that, and I was like, oh, damn, I feel bad. I don't have any health, any healing spells because Lolth.
That's amazing.
It just seemed really in character.
Cleric, did they have no heals?
Yeah, that sounds like LOL.
For the record, like, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I will eventually adopt healing spells, as our characters' relationships develop.
No,
But
yeah,
I do
like-
not believe that
Makes
clerics
sense.
have to be healers.
It's like Jester, where it's like, I am the
I
cleric.
agree.
What? I am the cleric?
Especially since she's a death cleric. I don't.
They definitely don't need to
Yeah.
focus on healing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad we can all agree that Lulth is definitely a harmacist.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She's the original harmacist.
Gaslight girl boss, right there.
We got a gatekeep.
So gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Last time we left off, there was the start of a large prison break, which eventually turned into a slaughterhouse. As at the same time, several demons had flooded into the encampment and began to feast upon the captors and the captives. Several people have died, at least to your knowledge. And from perhaps the almost instinctual knowledge that there will definitely be a lot more deaths that you do not witness, as you are sheltered within the spire dangling over top of Velkenvelv. You know that Deimos is currently, last time you checked, he was knocked unconscious outside of the spire. And Levi had also been knocked unconscious from one of the prison guards. But their whereabouts or their well-beings are not known to you all, as the 4 of you are trapped within the spire, as you can hear the ensuing chaos as the Chasmi and the Drow seem to begin fighting each other. I believe we last left off just as Dresda had kind of entered the spire and shut the door behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we had a. Pretty sure it was one turn that ended with me going to barricade the door behind her. That was out of order.
That sounds right.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
that's how we
about
didn't
start
get
handing out
slaughtered.
rope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I believe there was a table that was to be placed here against this door.
Which door did
As well?
Dresda come in from?
This one.
She came from this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was gonna
Yeah.
kick up this table over that door when it got
Okay.
to my turn.
Okay. at this point we're kind of out of combat as you kind of just like are able to just throw this table up and onto a side position and just pin it against the door.
Well, I commend you all for surviving. To be fair, there was probably about a 30% chance that all of you survived. This is all of you, right? And I'm looking directly at Sorrel, because you've been deputized by Dresda as the foreman for these criminals. These.
Crazy. Okay.
Dimitri is just forever will be the leader of every group he is a part of.
He's the named leader. I feel like I've kind of been
Main
the head
character.
of this.
Look, there's the named leader, and then there's like the tactical
true
on
leader.
the field. Yeah.
There's the guy that
This
says,
Professor
"Hey, let's
Xavier,"
go
and
from
then there's
here to
Cyclops.
there." Combat leader and lore leader. There we go.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so trapped in a room, demons outside. Are they just gonna go?
What was that? You kind of cut out.
Oh, did I cut out? Sorry, I had to be kind of quiet. I'm at family's house. Trapped in a room. Demons outside. Are they just gonna go away? Do we have a plan?
I think all we can really do is wait for them to be attracted by something else.
Yeah, my plan was basically letting them feast on the corpses of the fallen, and with any hope, certain individuals will find their demise, and I will take control of this outpost, or maybe not stay because there are demons.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of
not particularly pleasant.
not
I
at
love
all.
to say it, but I do agree with the new one.
The new one.
Look, you're all drow. I can't just say the drow, okay?
Yeah, you're kind of
like-
is it like you're noticeably gesturing at her?
Yeah, like I'm still very much not trusting of you.
Oh, she will like offer her hand very very in the manner of like how nobility would offer their hand to like peasantry, as like kissing the ring.
Like palm downward. Just like,
Yeah, just kind of like, and she is wearing a house ring. I think Threll, you're drow, you might notice or recognize it.
Perhaps. Should I do
Go ahead and make a
history
history
check
check, yeah.
Right. I think I'm okay at these.
Okay, 16.
Yeah, you think that's enough? Yeah, I mean you're
I think like genuinely recognize House Vandry.
All right.
Not so much a prominent. I don't think so much a prominent household house.
they
But
just got to like I think they just got to the like in the upper echelon of nobility. They're like the newest of the
yeah.
right.
See, I know what you're talking about with the Council of Spiders, but also this module doesn't mention the Council of Spiders like at all. It literally only mentions one individual as the Queen of Menzo Brandon, which he's like the leader of the Council of Spiders. But like, the fuck was that? Anyways,
I defer to you. You're the DM, so.
my response to you, like offering your hand. Are you offering a peace snack?
I Beg your pardon?
Finger. We're going to be in here a while. I assume you're
The
offering me a ration.
look of disgust that washes over her face as she pulls her hand back. I tried to extend courtesy and diplomacy to. Oh my god, you're so disgusting. This is the company that you keep, Zero.
You guys threw me in here yesterday.
And as a drow, I expect the best from that.
What?
It is my fault. I apologize. I am expecting far too much. Let's see if I can make this simple. I am
Far
going
too much for a
to
male
ally myself.
drow.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like she's just like you men.
I shouldn't have
Okay.
expected
Just good
this.
for one thing. Oh. But yeah, she was just like, I am going to. We are going to be here. Yes, a while it may seem. Probably should have the most perceptive of you keep watch, which would be exactly.
Probably the cleric.
So me.
I
I think
I
she's
don't,
trying
I
to
don't know
like
what you're
put
really
to
expecting.
rent her work though. I don't
Yeah.
know if you need to like convincing, but she is sort of gesturing, sort of like, yeah, you're this big animalistic lizard man. Keep watch and stay far away from my limbs.
I mean, I definitely keep watch whether or not you told me to. I don't know if I'm particularly good. I have a +0,
Ooh,
so I
Same.
am I am proficient in perception though, so it's a 12.
okay. Yeah, she's like, you get the sense that she's kind of,
Oh
how to put
no.
it.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, what's
She's
that
a
about?
noble. Let's put it that way.
wait, is that Quegoth perhaps Prince Man?
wouldn't you like to know?
Would he be? Would he be?
I think
Would
he
he
got
be?
knocked out, didn't he?
Oh yeah, I think he did.
By the droning, yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't know that.
I believe most of you saw like at least some people instructed Prince Darendil to stay and watch over Levi, and I believe they went. They at least a couple people would have seen the Casmate kind of come in, and he just drop unconscious, almost at like the mere presence of the Casmate.
And Lee's just like, please, please let them be ignored. Please let them be ignored. Those poor bastards.
Yeah, I at least hope a few of them survive.
And if not, I hope it's quick. This is just horrible.
Don't worry, all of them have been quick.
Like, I don't fully get the whole fleshy pain thing, but it looks very unpleasant.
You try not to have it let it happen.
Anyway, I found rope upstairs. If we can find a place where there's no webs, maybe we can use my pythons to get down.
Fair thinking. Though we'd have to cross the bridge first. This stalactite is a bit high.
That's true. How far up are we from, like, the ground underneath?
You would have seen, I believe it is 100 feet from the surface from where you are now to the surface base.
So the rope is just long enough because it's, I think it's at 4 lengths of 100 feet,
Hey,
I think.
Okay.
It's just a matter of demons and hopefully going in the opposite direction of where the drow went.
So, not that any of us, to my knowledge, need one, but would this technically be a short rest while we wait? Just for the
Yeah.
buzzing?
We
that
can there
go
yeah.
up?
There would be a generalized short
Oh,
rest if you'd
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I get my spell slot back.
You also get to use that hit dice.
That's also good.
Doesn't affect me at all, sadly, because rage is a long rest. Ugh.
While we are taking a short rest, I think Dresda is praying to Lolth.
Okay.
Just for guidance out of. I mean, I don't know if this will mechanically do anything, but just for like guidance out of here, or passage, I guess, out of here.
Okay. Go ahead and make a religion check.
Oh, geez.
Interesting.
Or actually, no. That requires your intelligence. Go ahead and just make like a straight wisdom roll.
Oh, okay. Almost clicked sanity. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a bad start.
You pray to Lolth as you would normally do. And normally there's this calming, cool sensation of Lolth's embrace as you do. But something's different. Something feels wrong. There's a sinking feeling of dread and regrets, almost as if these emotions are flooding into you involuntarily. You almost get the sense that there's a sense of negativity towards what has happened here in Velkenvelve. And it's almost like Lolth finds you responsible. You lose a piety point.
Fuck.
Piety.
Okay. Cool. I think anyone that's looking at Dresda would see, because their eyes are closed and stuff while she does this. Like tears start streaming out of her eyes, but she's not like responsive to anything. Like I don't know if anyone here meditates, or if you have like or if you're done acid, if you have like a really strong like moment of clarity. Let's put it that way. And she is not having a great time. Yeah, she is. She'll just I guess open her eyes and wipe her face and ponder on whether or not it was the right thing to try to usurp Ilvara this way.
Are you okay?
Oh, I think I've made a terrible mistake.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. All we can really do going forward is try to get through this. And Finley will just sort of awkwardly, like, see if she can find some sort of, like, tea or something to try and comfort Dresda. She's, like, very awkward, but she's, like, trying her best.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what you'd find. I think is there anything that isn't like weaponry in here or armor?
There are random possessions of all of the prisoners. So everyone would be able to find, everyone that was captive would be able to find their normal items. I don't believe there's a list of anything that the other captives had on their person. So I will just say, I will say, there's about There's about 3 Dungeoneers packs and 5 Explorers packs from the other prisoners.
That has rations.
It does have rations.
Yummy hardtack.
Hey, we can stay in here for like a while.
Oh, the joy of survival.
If the aggressive buzzing from outside stops before the rest ends, I would like to take a very small peek through the door over here where the rare rats died.
Okay. You open a small amount. Go ahead and make a perception check, and we'll do this at, I'll say disadvantage, because unless you are like fully opening the door, your vision is limited.
All right. Does make me second guess if I want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
On an 11, I will say you are able to see into the slave pen. It will let me.
I'm able to see into the slate pen, you said?
Yes. Let me give you sight of that. You see a slew of bodies, none of them being Casmi, unfortunately. As
Not too shocking.
almost all of the prisoners have been killed in what looks to be a sporadic and mass murder across the board. However, there are a few survivors. For one, you cannot see Prince Darendelle.
Okay.
He's not there. Levi is there though. His body is still there.
Interesting.
Curled in the corner, on the very end of the room, is the drow. And waddling up to him is a tiny little myconiid sprout.
Hell yeah.
Painful, man. Why do you toy with our emotions so?
It appears the Uggs have disappeared for now.
Can I take a peek out of the other door?
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Alright.
With are you opening it all the way, or are you keeping yourself?
No, just a peek. I'm terrified.
Okay. This can be with disadvantage. Okay.
Nice.
You aren't really able to see much, except for Deimos. You can see his unconscious body. Right there. On the other side of the bridge.
Nice.
But you cannot. But the other drow and the Casmi are nowhere to be seen.
Okay. I can't see any drow. Deimos looks unconscious, but not devoured by the demons, so that's a plus. Dresda, you're a soldier, I think.
Not
If
at
they
all.
see you over there,
She's not a
okay.
soldier in the least.
If they see you over there, they're not going to attack on sight. You want to go check it out?
Hmm. She'll peek.
Okay.
Just to see if like there's just demons out here or they're still surviving drow.
Okay. Are you opening the door all the way or peeking?
No, just peeking. Like I thought I would be able to like see it. My visibility hasn't changed on this map side.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception with disadvantage.
Okay.
Everyone do it.
Let's see.
Yeah, mine didn't work. You give it a try.
I just see
Okay.
Yeah,
landscape.
we're
On a
right in the
10.
middle of the board.
Mhm.
On a 10, I will say you are also able to see Deimos. But you aren't able to see any of the drow. Shur and Ilvara are nowhere to be seen. But
I mean that
you
makes
can-
sense because from
you catch
from what
the
I know, they're
tiniest-
Valley, right?
You catch the tiniest glimpse as it passes by the small crevice you can see past the spire. You see one of the Casmias walking past.
And it hasn't noticed me.
It has not noticed you. It makes a, here, I'll show you where it is. About there. That doesn't even show you where it is. It's about
Yeah,
like at the corner there. It's right there. And it does not look like it is in active combat.
Wait, can you ping where it is? Because I just realized that I could see Deimos over here. I thought he was like over here. Okay,
He's on the-
so it's okay. Oh, okay, right. Okay, I see. Hmm. Shit. Okay. I'm going to close the door, like recede back into the room. Well, how would you describe Deimos?
In what sense?
Like a physical sense.
He's a Shatterkai?
Oh, so he's also an elf.
Yeah.
Okay. So she'll just pop back in and say, "Oh, the other elf one is. I don't think he's dead. His carcass isn't ripped apart like the others, so that's a good sign. But bad sign, or bad news. Or rather, potential good news. How well do you all think you can fight a large bug demon?"
We're locked in the room for a reason, I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, then he's probably dead. Or will be.
I mean, if he stays very still, he might get ignored by it. I hope.
Is
The
that how
other,
that works?
the other prisoners in the cell were ignored. Oh.
Well, good.
DM, can you please remind me if I was told anything by the Kesmi about why they're here?
No. You can go ahead and make an insight check because you had seen them enter.
Yeah, and they didn't eat me.
Mm-hmm.
So...
On a 13, it's pretty
Oh, that's with
obvious this
disadvantage.
it
Wait, that's still
okay, so a
disadvantage
5th.
now.
No, it wouldn't be with
Okay.
disadvantage. On a 15, you saw them come in. They were chasing Vrock. It was a hunting party. They were chasing food. They came into the pen, and you offered them more food.
Right. Okay. I guess now I'm wondering, do I get the sense they've eaten their fill?
That you wouldn't be able to tell.
Would it be a fair summation on the information I do have as a character?
You haven't really been seeing them eat a lot of anything. You've been seeing them slaughter, draining them with necrotic energy, mostly just relying on their stinger on the front of their face, which you could suffice would be something akin to a mosquito. So they might be like completely draining them of their life essence as food. But it's not out of the question. These are demons of the abyss, so they're not natural, and whether or not they even need food to sustain themselves is even up for debate.
Crazy.
I still... This is probably bad, but I think she would still, in relaying that Deimos is still, somewhat alive, and then asking how confident do they think they are at fighting a bug demon, will say, on the bright side, I believe they have eaten their fill. They do not seem to be tearing apart anyone else, so I should just give a small, like, nervous thumbs up to the party.
Do that, and I suggest someone follow me. I feel we should bring some of the live prisoners with us. Perhaps a dead one as well.
What would the dead one be for?
Food for the bugs.
Uh,
Failing that, food for me, if need be.
They've been
Yes,
promoted
splendid
to
idea.
emergency rations.
Yes, do go carry those bodies, please.
I only have 2 hands. If anyone else is physically fit enough to carry, that would be appreciated.
I don't have much in the way of physical strength, but I can probably tank a hit or two in case they come back.
But can you
Well,
move a body
that's
from one
something.
place to the other?
No, but I can help bring the living people here.
That is helpful.
You are quickly becoming my favorite. I don't have a nickname for Finley yet, nor do I know their name. I just kind of say that to them.
And
The
Finley's just
nickname
like,
is
oh,
favorite.
thank you.
So I guess I'll cautiously sort of crack the door open more and just make my way to the pens, try not to be conspicuous.
okay. What do you do to move your character?
Second Finley passes the door, she's gonna look around.
All right.
What was that, Iris?
Sorry. I was looking at the player stream and you just walked into darkness. So it's just like,
Sorry,
okay.
I do have that as a habit, my bad.
there's that.
Oh, oh, Yorlan's still visible?
Oh, wait. No, he's not.
Yolan. He must come with us.
What do you mean?
He's either escaped or he's getting eaten as we speak.
He
Yeah.
must come with us.
Either the Google Doc continues to grow, or it ends with one more edition.
Okay. So yeah, you continue forward, finding even more death and more bodies along your way. And even as you like cross the bridge, down below you can see the corpses of about 8 giant spiders that are kind of just strewn about their massive set of webs that connect the different spires. No Jorlan though.
Maybe he's more badass than I anticipated.
Maybe they just devoured him so completely that there's nothing left.
Mosquitoes decided that they didn't want to eat liquefied insides. They wanted to eat actual flesh.
That
Just
sounds more
for-
plausible.
Is it Jorlan or Yorlan?
Jorlan.
Okay.
It's whatever you want.
I keep... Why is it always funny when you say stuff like that? Okay. So...
I will say that-
so-
I will say as who, so it's you and Finley. All right, you both, the two of you, with Dresda supervising. Are you coming with them, or are you staying at the door to watch?
No. I'm staying at the door where it's safe.
Fair enough. All right, so the two of you go into the continue into the slave pens. You can see the drow continuing to huddle themselves, almost not paying attention to the little myconoid sprout that's kind of just standing they're just standing there. It is at this point, as you make your way actually into the slave pens, the gate kind of just completely torn away by the mere force of the Chasmi making their entrance, where you see huddled in a corner, eyes wide and beating, breathing intensely, almost with this animalistic rage, Prince Darendil.
Hey, he's here.
He's alive.
He's just sitting, as he is just sitting in the corner, not so much at a small distance away from Levi, but just staring in fear and also this almost hunger at the rest of the slave pen and the bodies that strewn about.
Predator vibes.
So you are coming to are you collecting you said you wanted to collect a dead body and you wanted to collect the survivors?
Survivors primarily, but if there is extra time and or capacity, I would take a body with us.
Okay. Prince Darendil takes a second to actually like wake up almost. It's like he's in this disassociative zone out, and then he clicks back in and is more than willing to go and go into the spire. The drow will need a little bit more convincing if you want to do that.
Yeah. Finley's just gonna be like, I mean, do you want to get eaten by those things? They might come back.
I deserve that. I deserve it. I don't deserve to live.
Nobody deserves that.
No. I am truly
If you say
tainted.
so.
This
If
corruption.
you say so, didn't mind having a purpose at least. And I just go to grab his shoulder and just kind of yoink him along with us.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Are you like if he attempts to resist, are you going to just keep going at it?
I'm just gonna try and pull him along with us. If he resists, I'm not gonna hurt him to bring us with.
You see, it's
To
like
bring him with us.
you grab him by the back of his shirt and like drag him behind you. He's kind of just like continuing to be in this almost like fetal position, even though he's being like dragged by the back of his shirt. He's just like, I'm disgraced. Like, they saved me. No. He just like gets pulled away with the rest of you.
If you truly
Somebody
despise
grab the mic and
survival,
do-
then just accept being used as a punching bag later.
Meanwhile, as you're dragging the drow, you kind of feel something just tap on the foot at your ankle, and you look down at the Myconid spout is kind of just like trying to headbutt you. Trying
Like in an
ever so
aggressive
slightly,
way, or
like he's trying to like he's like it's almost like he's trying to get you to stop pulling at the drow, and he's just throwing his entire body at you.
Oh. And Finley will just kind of kneel down and be like, if we don't get him out of here, those things might eat him. We really do need to be going. Come on. We've got a safe room.
Let me verify if this guy can even understand what you're saying.
Poor stool.
All right. Go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, wait, this isn't gonna work. Okay.
Oof.
All right, on an 11, kind of looks up to you. You kind of get the sense that he's looking up to you. He doesn't have eyes. It's just a mushroom with legs. And he looks to Tarain. And he like kind of like gestures up at Tarain. Toward like he looks to Finley and kind of like gestures up to Tarain.
I know he seems a bit scary, but I promise you're probably not the kind of thing he would eat.
definitely not.
It's closer to your friend here.
That's more my brother's cuisine.
He doesn't seem satisfied in whatever you said. It's because he doesn't. There's no languages under his listing. It's
Aww.
he runs up to Tarain, and then Tarain, at the base of your foot, you just hear a as a small puff of like this fungal spores kind of like spurts out of this myconoid, and it just like coats the side of your foot for a second, and then all of a sudden you just hear, "Leave him alone, he's truly tainted, I swear."
What?
In the back of your you feel this, you hear this in like the back of your head almost telepathically, and you have no idea what's going on.
Psychic mushroom farts.
So what did
That's
what did you say that the drow is?
He's a, you
kinda-
just hear a little like psychic voice just go, "Leave him alone, he's not tainted, he's truly tainted."
He's truly tainted.
Yes.
What does that mean?
He has a spore in him.
Like a bad spore?
Yes, it's a bad spore. I know I'm a good sport. I can't talk to you though because you're a construct.
Yeah.
He says
just
that
keep
in my
moving the
head in a
background.
context.
He says that. Unfortunately, undead constructs and elementals are not able to be affected by what is rapport spores. A 10-foot radius spores extended from the myconid. These spores can go around corners. Affected creatures can communicate telepathically with one another while they are within 30 feet of each other. This lasts for 1 hour.
Well, if
That's
need
actually
be-
super handy.
Yeah.
If need be, the tainted meat can poison one of the demons.
Well, but I don't. You're just gonna feed him to a thing? One of those things over there?
I mean, if we leave him here, that's as good as feeding him to it.
I can't talk to you, sorry.
Ah, sorry. Sorry.
He's just. I'm sorry. I don't. That's such a specific
I'm like half asleep,
classification.
so everything's just bouncing off my
I
brain
can't talk
right
to you.
now.
I'm sorry. Like I can
okay, I
see
love
she's
you
talking to
anyway.
me, and I'm sorry. I mean, you don't have to feed him to a thing. I'm sure there can be something we can do about the bad thing in him. Braxton, if you're trying to say something, we can't hear you. I was wondering, I was like, is Braxton just giving the silent treatment? How dare.
Oh, never mind. How far is the mushroom?
How far is the mushroom?
Yeah.
They're probably like
Oh, like all the way over there. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I can't. Dresda has no idea what.
there you
She's
go.
just like
We can
she
hear you.
sees
Bro.
them standing over there.
The heck?
Oh,
Yeah,
you're back.
unfortunately,
When
the
did I go
telepathic bond
silent?
is only. You didn't seem to respond at all to Stool being like, you're just gonna feed him to the things.
Okay, that is a possibility.
But
Not what is going to happen.
okay. Fine. The Myconid just continues to waddle alongside you all as the drow seems to just detest all the way until you get into the campment.
So did Darendil carry Levi with us? Or did...
You ask Prince Darendil about Levi, and he says, I woke up and I He was gone. There was nothing I can do about Levi. I'm sorry.
Are they dead?
They are dead.
Well, not at fault.
Oh.
Damn.
And Finley's just gonna sort of do a very robotic motion of stay there.
Okay. While this is going on, Sorrel, as the
You say my name?
yes,
Okay.
as everybody else is over here, and it's just you and Dresda in the room. It suddenly becomes not just you and Dresda. As you're kind of just sitting there, what would you be doing during this time?
I'd be kind of quiet. I might have asked Dresda something, but if we're gonna have something else happen, then we'll go with that instead.
Okay.
Oh, now I'm curious.
You kind of just like sit back, kind of observing the room, watching Dresda kind of watch over the other people grabbing the prisoners. And as you kind of like glance back over onto one corner of the room, arms crossed, this male drow, adorned in this rather intricate and fine dark purple clothing, this tailcoat almost, a large brimmed hat of purple as well, and a little white feather that kind of falls back on top of the hat, an eye patch over one of his eyes. Why am I blanking on his name? You see sitting across the room is Jarlaxle Ben Ray.
It's like Yorlon
dang it, we
Yorlon's
fucked.
cousin.
Holy shit! Okay.
What? Do I remember that? That sounds like a
no. Well, you would know, but at the moment you don't see what he's seeing.
You probably just hear a yelp from Sorrel as a new person appears in the room.
I'll turn around to see. I guess.
I am dead-eye staring across the room.
Sorrel, please. I know this may be hard for someone like you, but you must keep your composure. There's danger afoot.
Pointing. New person in the room.
Do I see anything?
No. In fact, you don't even. There's a reason you can't see the token on the map.
Ooh.
Oh,
she just kind of
that
looks
would-
around.
I'm pointing in
lifts
this
up
corner
like
then.
dress a little bit to like lift up her foot. There's no one here.
Dimitri, you're on a different map.
Oh,
Is what's
am I?
happening.
Okay.
Yes. Specifically one where you can see this figure, but that's where he's pointing. Little ping.
I
You
guess he's,
can't tell me
pointing
you
over
don't.
there.
There's nobody there, yeah.
Oh, hello.
So like, just to remember correctly, I know who Jarlaxle is.
You do.
Okay. Okay. Dresda can't see him. Probably some weird shenanigans. I just kind of like half whisper, but not really caring too much. How did you get here?
You see, the figure kind of just looks around at the surroundings, and with this like smile that he's had on since you've seen him, He kind of just shrugs.
What? No, you can't shrug. If you got in here out of nowhere, can you get us out of here out of nowhere?
Well, well. You found yourself in a very peculiar situation here, I see.
Yeah. Because of the dagger that I'm not supposed to be carrying that you gave me in a package.
Well, frankly, if you had kept a little bit tighter hold on that dagger, I don't think we would be in this situation. Or at least you would. But
Why is everyone... Did you... No. You can't. Absolutely not. I said I don't want any part of any crazy rituals or anything like that. The worst I will ever do is go up out of the Underdark, and that was I was happy with that. So why are you giving me some crazy ceremony dagger
nevertheless,
that gave me some
let-
crazy ass poison?
nevertheless, you found yourself in a rather tricky situation. And perhaps I'm willing to help you try to get yourself out of this position.
What do you
See,
want?
Dresda, you just like, but how is
Yeah,
Dresda
Dresda's, like,
reacting
in
to this like
close-
one-sided art conversation you were seeing?
Yeah, she as you've been talking to like what she assumes is just the air, she's like inching closer and sort of like listening, just confused. Um, who are you speaking? I think actually, if anything, she's gonna get like in your face kind of about it. How tall is Ro?
I think
It's a very, like,
I
what
put them
difference?
as like 5'5".
About 5'5". Yeah, so she's like 6 foot. No, I think she's like 5'10". I just remember making her Megan the Stallion height. So kind of picture Megan the Stallion.
Stallion.
Yes.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I get
That's
that.
such a specific. Anyway.
I see the vision.
um, she's just gonna kind of like lower herself to get eye level with you. It's like, Sorrel, sweetie, I need you to get your metaphorical shit all together, put it in a little satchel, and carry it, hold it tightly.
Hey,
because-
yeah, I get it. I'm kind of in a conversation right now. Can you give me a second? And I'm just gonna push her
Are you gonna
off
let
and get a
your-
little closer. Get us out of here. What do you need?
Well, firstly, I'm gonna need you. After all of this, whatever this ends up being, I need you to make your way to Menzo Baranzan. So that way we can get rid of whatever you picked up from that ancient dagger.
Is Menzo Branda where they were planning on sending me already?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. Is that gonna involve me perhaps getting stabbed to death by the dagger that I just delivered?
Depends on who exactly you go to. If you stick with me and listen to what I say, you won't have any knife in your chest. And we will get ourselves out of this situation together. But you need to do exactly as I tell you. The entire way. Now, I won't intervene in any sort of personal debates or anything like that. Just the important stuff. He just offers up a hand.
Alright. So Dresda can't see him. This feels really weird. Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
Can I? Oh, can I also make
Yeah,
a
sure.
wisdom saving throw?
What would you like to make a wisdom saving throw for?
I'm trying to figure out how Dresda would react to Zarel putting his hands on her and pushing her away.
Uh,
You did say you did
that's
that.
more of that's very much an in character thing. I don't think we need to roll for that. It's just very much like if your character, do you want to try to like insight to see whether or not Sorel's actually talking out of his ass, or if he's being very truthful?
No, I was just trying to, as a player playing this character, trying to like figure out how to articulate their feelings. I don't know whether or not she would, because she wants to be smart about this whole situation. So she can't just like, she shouldn't just attack him, but she's also like, he did just do that.
Mhm.
So it's like it's like murder now, torture later.
You can certainly make
Is
whatever
having
roll you
asked
think would be
questions later.
necessary to determine that.
Yeah, it's like a, you know, just
Uh,
Temple ball.
God.
Oh no.
okay, cool.
So, is there a
Just
level 1
injured.
inflict wounds coming his way, or?
I'll say this because I don't want to. We're already in a tight jam. I think that Dresda is going to internalize this and remember this, and whatever that means for Zarel at any point in the near future, it'll there will be repercussions for what he did.
Not
Dresda will remember
internalized.
that.
Yeah, and I think
Just like the little
he's
pop-up
bleeding on
text
her
in the
face,
corner.
like, you can
Lawful
probably see her
testing.
fuming now.
There's just this ominous presence behind you and in front of you. As you're almost like sandwiched by Jarlaxle Benray and fucking Dresda. Just both these equal, almost weirdly equal presences.
God.
These two
Why are the
already have
drow
stuff.
so
On an eight.
hierarchical?
On an 18 to insight. This is weird as hell. For one, he's never done this before. Showing up just as a random apparition in your mind, invisible to everyone else around you. Jarlaxle, his mannerisms seem correct. His personality almost seems correct. There's just a weird interest that was lacking when he first gave you this quest. He almost didn't seem to know exactly what was in the package himself, but now he seems a lot more intrigued. A lot more like he knows what he's doing now.
I need answers before I make any deals.
And what might those questions be?
What's in me?
What's in you is a demon. Plain and simple. You started the ritual process to imbue a demon into a mortal, almost like an avatar, except for the transformation is a lot more permanent, a lot more that demon in control of the person. You've unfortunately found yourself the host of a demon, but the ritual was not complete. The ritual needs to be complete. That, or it needs to be stopped in its entirety. If you go the wrong direction, the ritual will be complete. If you go my direction, the ritual will be canceled, and this demon will be expelled from you.
This demon that has somehow been able to mimic other people's voices through me, and as some sort of obviously demonic power. How do I know you're you?
You don't. But I'm the one that's been giving you all the right answers. The only answers you've been getting. So you either trust me or you go in blind. What's it gonna be?
Just make sure I get home after this. And I put my hand out.
He shakes your hand. And as your hands are clasped together, your palm, the wound hand that you've extended out to him, begins to almost a very familiar stabbed sensation in the palm of your hand. You feel this pain pierce through you, and then waft almost your entire forearm in this searing pain. Let me see if I was smart enough to put the visual I'm looking for. You kind of continue to grasp at Jarlaxle's hand, and then you watch as his form clicks and disappears. You look instinctively, clasping at your hand, looking down at your hand. And the wound is not so much gone, but instead, in its place, protruding from the wound, is this magenta, almost reddish magenta color gemstone. Embedded in your skin, protruding from the wound of from the blade wound that you had from your hand.
Shit. Oh my god.
And Dresda, this is the first thing you are actually able to see.
I can see the wound. It just appears.
You can see not the wound itself. The wound has been there this whole time.
Okay.
It's the gem that you finally see.
I think she's still fuming. I did figure out what I was going to do in retaliation.
Mm-hmm.
Out of character, I love and respect all of you.
Great line.
Oh no!
From
Drow got a drow.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Saving throw.
So as you're just like, you're like, this sinking feeling and this searing pain is over your arm, your hand, you all of a sudden just
okay. Cause I have this. Just want to link it. Oh no, there you go.
Cause fear.
Just-
So you're the dread of the dread of this gem appearing in your hand. The same gem embedded and then disappeared from the blade itself, protruding from from the palm of your hand. This almost sinking fear becomes almost unnaturally amplified, and the direction of your fear suddenly turns behind you. as you are now frightened by Dresda.
Yeah, she hasn't gotten up, by the way. So like, you pushed her. She's been like on the floor, kind of just glaring at you.
I did not.
I
Dude.
think like her hair is starting to, like,
Dresda got like a little tap on the shoulder and she went fucking flying.
Like a fucking professional
Very much
soccer
like that.
player. God damn.
And
A dainty
just
little flower.
like you almost picture as if like Lolth is like behind her, looking like glaring at you from the shadows, like through her. As this like fear starts to wash over you. How dare you lay your hands on me without my say so? You
I
forget
like
your place,
topple over
Ram.
the table as I jump to the other side. You're not telling me everything. No. I'm like cowering over on the other side of the room.
There is decorum that must be seen. I've shown you mercy, treated you like an equal, much more than any matron would dare dean. And this
You're
is
gonna
how
sacrifice
you
me like anyone else will. I know it.
I. She kind of pauses for a moment.
Now, I said I didn't want to intervene on anything personal, but she's got to go. You just heard Jalaxel's voice in your head again.
Like, clearly this is a fucking demon. And the fact that the demon in me is Jarlaxle, who is like my distant cousin and has a southern drawl.
I meant to ask about the southern drawl, but I didn't want to ruin the moment.
But yeah, she's just like, I guess you do kind of. This is such a crazy image. I think like spiders start to fall, like are falling from her mouth as these words come out.
Okay, I think
Oh jeez. Oh fuck.
I
think we're
You're
getting
really
into a
hitting
little
the
major
perfect person
imagery.
with this fear. I have
Sorry,
a
sorry.
huge arachnophobia.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
it's
it's okay. I imagining it's fine, but like,
she'll just say this as to the sacrifice thing as she's near you. Let me be clear. I do not necessarily hold any care for the blood of the others, but yours is not as common as theirs, despite your unfortunate happenstance of being male. I would see us to partnership and agreement. If you would rather have me as an enemy than an ally, all you have to do is say so, and I will gladly play that role.
I take just a glance over in Jarlaxle's direction as I very much lie and say, ally works fine.
All right.
Is
Alright.
it like a noticeable lie? Do we have to do a roll, DM, or?
If you'd like to roll insight on that,
I guess
I would
so.
be trying.
would
to
Dresda
deceive,
be
but-
suspicious of like whether or not he's lying with that?
Yeah, now, yeah. Before, Jerome had like a clean like bill of like, yeah, no, he's on the level. Now it's like, oh well, guess he really
One
can't trust
shoulder
anyone in the
touch.
Underdark.
Damn,
trust is
you
broken by
catch
him
on
touching his-
immediately.
Damn.
Unless Sorel, you want to roll a deception check to counter that.
I can try. The demon I'm in or I'm possessed by is like a demon lord of deception, I think.
Mm.
But you
Am I
don't
still
know
poisoned?
that.
Yeah, she has no
oh.
idea.
Giving me law.
I think so. No, it's been a couple
Okay.
hours.
Okay.
Last
Then this will be
dare
just
Lord drop.
straight.
Yeah. You can definitely tell that Dresda, you can definitely tell that Sorel does not seem to be very honest about that ally comment.
Hmm. She still needs Rob.
It would be more of a fearful lie than anything else, if that changes things.
She's just hurt that you decided to lie to her. Like, it's like you didn't have to lie to her.
Are you sure you're in the party? Like, you seem pretty keen on playing the villain.
This is like
You're really good
gaining
at it.
Minthara as a companion. It's like all the wrong things need to happen in order for that to happen.
But she's a
You're
lot more pleasant than
objectively
Minthara.
villain.
But like, she's still a drow. Like, yeah, it's like it's only so I can only play this so nice as far as right now being a long sworn drow.
The other drow don't seem to be too bad. You're like going for full on like.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I think it's more of we
She's
haven't
just-
really talked about that a lot. But
Yeah, and you pushed her like that.
Kind of
looks like,
glance
wow, like
over how bad the drow are.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. On average, they're pretty bad.
I'm shocked that a push seems more offensive than me literally asking if you want me to eat your finger.
Yeah, because she's just like,
You
Lizard
asked.
Man. He doesn't know any better.
Oh, so you're looking at me like I'm
with
a
like a
literal
bias.
animal.
That
Yeah.
Until she gets to know everyone. Yeah, she's
Yeah, fair
from
enough.
here. Like it's really bad. Like drow are pretty
Yeah,
bad.
drow think everything's a savage compared to them.
Yeah, like
They're-
they're assholes.
They're like elves without restraint.
Yeah,
then.
yeah. And then like the regular elves hate them because it's a whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah, she's
I just gotta say, Sorel is like the least drow of all drow.
So we have both ends of the extreme here, and they're working together.
Yeah, the moment the other drow realise that, they're gonna scent it like blood in the water, like sharks.
All right.
Honestly,
Immediately descend
what
on
was
you.
most surprising is how long it took for Sorel to get put into a slave encampment.
Mm.
God
Jesus.
bless him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll say about this time when when you begin to realize that Sorel had lied to you, that is when the rest of the group will return to the spire. But before that, John, how have you been, man? As spectating the game been for the last 2 hours. Sorry that happened. You're kind of on the ground a lot.
Yeah, it do be the consequences of my own actions. Happens more often than you would think.
So Deimos finds himself kind of just fallen to the ground, having this blade sliced across your chest, and you fall unconscious onto the ground. There's this draining feeling you almost feel as you are in this unconscious state. It almost feels like you're losing your life, but then it's more of a cold embrace. You seem fine. it's almost a distant familiarity to this cold embrace. But then the cold starts to warm up a bit. And then it gets warmer and warmer and warmer until it feels like you are standing almost in a boiling room. You wake up in this liminal space. Fire completely surrounds you as you look around, and you are laying at the feet of a very familiar red devil. Red, very crimson, bloodish red skin, dagger-like teeth, crazed horns behind his head, adorned in this golden armor with the chest piece of it looking as if the face of a dragon. Looks at you with this sense of anger on his face. You can't tell if that's just his resting face or if he is actually just genuinely angry at you.
Greetings.
Where have you been? It's been 9 days. I have literally not been able to see you a single moment in the last 9 days.
So you see, there was complications with the mission. I happened to get caught and then thrown in a fucking cell. Good news, I'm out. Bad news, I might be dead.
He kind of just looks confused and then annoyed as he says, "Have you found anything in relations to your scouting mission? Are there demons in the Underdark?"
More good news! Yes!
That's bad news! As he, like, his voice echoes omnipresent in this space. As he says, that is bad news!
Yeah, it is.
Do you know why?
Not yet, because after the demons appeared, I was almost, or maybe killed. I'm not sure yet. I thought I could win a fight. Turns out, I absolutely fucking couldn't. I got humbled real fucking quick.
I want to be very clear. The reason you are in the Underdark is not to pick fights with Drow. You are to find out why there are demons in the Underdark and how they have came to be. If it is because of the Drow, then that is a completely different story. But for the moment, the demons are breaking the lines of Avernus, and we need to know how. So wake up! As this yell becomes once again omnipresent in your space, you suddenly wake up with a sharp gasp as you find yourself face first in the cobblestone on the side of this cliff face.
Great to be alive again.
You, yes, you find yourself with one hit point. If you'd like to roll a hit dice as well, because this is still a short rest, you can.
I'll roll my single hit dice. I'm sure it's not gonna be. It didn't disappoint me. Ah.
No. You also GM rolled it, by the way.
Oh, that
I mean, you don't have to you don't have to worry about re-rolling it. I was just saying for like future rolls.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah, because of the death saves. Yeah. I forgot. Oh fuck.
You find yourself as you like give a sharp inhale and look up. You are still on the ground, almost like they don't seem to recognize that you've woken up, but there are still very present in the room 3 Kazmi, with another one seeming to be on the other side of the spire. You can't see it. Around this massive space are just the constant bodies of Drow and Quaggoth that the Kazmi are sort of inspecting, picking at, seeming to try to find any sort of remnants that they can feast on. The Kazmi closest to you is kind of just droning about, potentially scouting or looking for other prey. It has not noticed you're awakened.
Okay, I want to crawl as slowly and as farther away as I can from them.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Supposed to be good.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ. So you try to crawl, but then you realize, oh wait, I'm in plate armor. As you screech across the stone with your metallic armor, and the Kazmi in front just turns and perks its head up as its wings unfurl and begin to flutter as if preparing to take off.
Okay. I'm just gonna start running towards the farthest building.
Okay. This is going to be a contested athletics check between you and the Kazmi. This is going to be a +2 to this roll. You need to beat a 5.
Okay.
Okay. With a 12 beating a 5, you watch this Kazmi and just launches itself towards you. You immediately sprint up and bolt your way towards the bridge door. I will ask, I don't think anyone has a way to lock these doors, right?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so Sorrel and Dresda are having this stare down. Sorrel feared by Dresda, before all of a sudden, as the door comes toppling over, and Deimos comes rushing in, rushing in through the door, and then he comes and slams the door shut as you just hear furious as the Kazmi is just slamming its body into the door.
Would me and Finlay have made our way back before this, or at the same time?
Inside now.
Yeah, can we be inside?
Yeah,
now?
you
The
guys are
Kazmir
you guys are coming inside as this is happening, and almost like you kind of pick up pace as you see this Kazmi coming across the bridge, and you are able to get inside before the Kazmi can do anything more.
Do we like barricade that?
Yes. You should. For the record, I think Fro would have seen this. Dresda was reaching out a like blackened palm towards him, like very like slowly towards him, and then that happened, and she is kind of like that whole like mood just I guess shifts. She's like, "What? Oh," and just looks at you. We will settle this later. Yes, please. We should barricade this at once, and perhaps actually, What else is this way? Or it's just there's nothing yet. Actually, we're kind of fucked. Barricade this.
We're kind of fucked.
Do I know of any? Because I think at this point, Druz is going to be like, "Hey, we can't make it to the lift, so maybe we should try to maneuver through the spider webs."
I look at Jarlaxle. Anything you say? As just want to get out of here.
You looked at Jarlaxle is not in the room. He's kind of you heard his voice, but he's still not in the room.
This motherfucker. What was even the handshake for? He was supposed to get us out of here.
By the way, can these demons speak in language? Like, would I know?
You know they speak their own abyssal language.
Okay. Can I speak in abyssal and tell it to fuck off?
Oh,
I'm so happy we're all so crude except for dressed.
We're on the same side. Please fuck off.
I sense you're a fireborn! Get out of here! As you just hear this in your mind, just telepathically screamed in your head.
Okay, that didn't work. Someone, like, something to barricade the fucking door, please.
there's another table, right?
There are 2 tables, yes.
There's a table for each
Then
door.
bring it over.
Table time.
Druz just want to kind of slink her way to the other side of the room, where the potential not assaulted exit is.
Uh-huh.
I will do my best to help get the table over. It won't be much.
Guess I'll let go of the inconsolable Drow and assist with the tabling.
He kind of just scurries off into a corner, and as you like help with the tables.
Oh, he's alive. He's conscious.
Yeah,
the Drow is, yes.
I don't know why
Yeah.
I thought that, because that's like the poisoned one, right?
The Drow is the one that was like has been screaming about being tainted. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought he like passed out for some reason. Like they were just carrying his body.
Nope, just shirt collar. Dragged him.
If he's just being useless in the corner, I go over, I slap him. Get a hold of yourself, man. There has to be another way out of here. Where is it?
Open right now.
I don't know. I'm not here. I'm not. This is not my camp.
I
You what?
backhand him. I backhand him. Come on, use that magnificent brain of yours. She's clearly lying. Like really gaslighting it.
What?
You must lead us to safety.
You realize he's
No,
one of the prisoners.
I can't.
right?
Gosh.
Dresda's found an acceptable outlet for her rage.
Yeah, I think, especially if he's a prisoner, yeah, she's just kind of slapping him.
Yeah, because he. Like, I don't know if you know him better than we do, but he seems like he's just kind of insane. I don't think he knows a way out.
Can you at least make yourself useful and feed yourself to one of those creatures?
No. I try.
Men.
Fucking-
That's it. That's the tweet.
I just love that the noble
scene.
and the literal beast man
Men.
have the exact same idea of what to do with this man,
Yeah.
but for completely different reasons.
Is it not the practical reason?
Oh, well, I guess I kind of factored in your distaste for men a little too hard there.
She doesn't have a distaste for men. She's just kind of like growing up. You know, they're treated. They're literally second class citizens in Drow culture.
Yep.
So
It's
she's just like,
literally
make
just the
yourself
dumb
useful.
thing.
Yeah, like prove your worth.
Gotcha.
It's just like
He's
this
not
is
responding
less
to much of that.
than me. But Finley will like go over to him and try to get him to do like some breathing exercises or something. She's like, this is my book on how to calm down flesh people. I'm told that breathing a certain way is very good.
He just like,
So
mimed
let's
the.
count some breathing.
You don't even breathe. Mime like the motion of breathing with your like torso.
You see, it like
Yeah,
it's like
like-
starting to work, but like the constant barrage of the Casmi just slamming into the spire is just like throwing him off continuously. And she's like, yeah, he's just
Yeah,
freaking
she's just
out.
like, count the breaths. Breathe in for 1, out for 2, and keep going until you reach 10, and then start over. She's like reading the CBT book.
Awesome.
Just like, this is my instruction manual. It works on flesh people. I will repeat the instructions until they work.
Are there any long weapons in that crate over there? In character.
I do not believe so.
Yeah. That is not great.
I believe there were hand axes, hand crossbows. There were shields, hand crossbows, short swords, and daggers.
There goes poking it through the door.
It can't stick around forever, right?
Everything needs to eat, you know?
We have rations.
So for the everything needs to eat idea, I have very, very bad news. There are like fucking 50 corpses the other way. They'll be there for a while if they want to eat.
It was rather inefficient for a predator.
Are there more of these guys? Did you see?
Yeah, there's at least 4, probably more hiding somewhere.
Fuck.
Also, I'm not sure, but I think the other 2 escaped. See, I thought I could do something. Yeah. Not the smartest thing I've done.
So it's either wait here for a very long time, or I'd say our best chance is the spider webs below, then.
I mean, if we can just find a gap in the web, we could probably just use the rope to get through that. Or if we have fire, we could burn the web.
We want to use the web to repel downwards. If we burn
We
the
have
web,
rope for that. We have rope and pythons.
you
If we
really
jump down into
like
those spider
pythons.
webs, we can rappel down from them and hopefully remain unspotted from the bugs.
But what if we get stuck and there might be a spider left to eat us?
These things
I
seem
think you're
fair.
safe. You're metal.
I doubt they
I
would have
am,
left the spider
but
alive.
you guys are fleshy. You'll get eaten.
I don't want
Scale
you
is
by any
hard.
spiders.
I'd
Okay.
take my chances on a large spider than one of those bugs.
Yeah, I must agree with that.
How about we just wait to begin with and see if they fuck off?
Wait for the
Uh,
aggressor to leave, at the very least, yes.
Yeah, I mean we've got food supplies. We can afford to wait.
Wait him out.
All right. Um.
Well, if I'm going to wait here with you, I'd rather know what your names are. Because right now, I have no idea who you crazy lot are. Except for this one. She just points to Zarel.
Speaking of, what the fuck is a Drow guard doing in here?
She gave me a key so that we could escape. I don't really know why.
I saw potential in you. And she'll turn to the whole party and all of you. I was hoping that
Oh.
you would prove me correct and we can make our way out of here, but I am afraid that I may have overestimated your abilities, and I apologize for that. That is completely my fault.
I don't think you're at fault. You couldn't have anticipated the demons, and Finley's just like completely oblivious to everything that's gone on, and she's just like, "Oh,
You
this is a night drow."
If you want to look at how your kind fared, you can open the door that the fucking demon is pounding at and see their fucking corpses out there. There's like, again, 50 of them.
Oh yes, no, that was by design.
I would say until we die, you yet to overestimate us.
See, now that is the kind of attitude that I was hoping from all of you. What is your name? Scaly. She kind of like looks like a gentleman.
I was given my name a few months ago, actually. It is Tarain.
Given your name, are you a slave?
No.
I mean, we all are, aren't we?
That is just how we name ourselves.
Oh. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you. I would offer you my hand again, but I think that you would assume it's a snack. And that is very much not the case. But feel free to feast on any of the other corpses here. You have surely earned it. And you, Metal One, what should we call you?
I am designated RTFC-GRD940, but you can call me Finley because that's a mouthful.
Yes, quite. And you, I guess, pointing to Deimos, the one who brought one of those creatures back on our tails.
What, do you want my name? Is that it?
It would make communications and relationships a lot easier, yes.
Huh. My name is Deimos, but you see, I don't much like your kind. I had to spend time down here to find out some information, and I was frankly sick and fucking tired of dealing with you people. You that like, I don't think I have ever met. I've dealt with devils before, and honestly, I would much rather spend time with them than with a drow.
Well, in due respect, devils are a lot simpler in their machinations than drows are, so I understand if you may find that a bit easier to deal with. That
No, you
being
see,
said,
there's somehow I don't know how, but somehow they're less of a fucking asshole than you people, and they're fucking devils.
well, like I said, there are many complications
There
to
was-
drow culture. But if you find devils to be simpler, I completely understand. That aside,
Complication as in bad.
I am Lady Dresda of House Vandry. Um, we would do well to aid each other and at the very least, escaping this potential hell pit.
Speaking of, you wouldn't happen to know why the demons are here, would you? I suspect you've been here a while.
No, actually. Funnily enough, I'm probably the reason why you haven't been eaten. Um, I noticed them when I was traveling north in the northern pathway. Uh, correspondence with the guards after I, uh, very what's the word for it? Bravely, generously, either would suffice. Gave Zerel the key to which you were all able to make your escape. Um, and was able to at least persuade these creatures to overlook you and myself and head southwards towards the unassuming. You're welcome.
So you work with them, is what you're
No,
saying.
what? No, I
But they listen to
I'm
you,
speaking
right?
common. No, demons do not listen to anyone. I was able to persuade them. They would still gladly eat the marrow from my bones. But we should not give them those kind of chances with us.
So you don't work with the demons.
No, no, I do not.
Okay.
But I am curious. This is an affront to the Spider Queen.
And is it like a usual thing? Do they just come by, slaughter like 50 of you, and then leave? Or
I I know you were all captured and prisoners and various crimes and such, but what kind of barbarous nonsense do you think goes on in the Underdark?
have you looked outside?
Okay, okay, yes, there's a little bit of trade and uh usurping here
Throwing
and there.
alive people in spider webs, you know?
I look, these are old traditions. When if you help me ascend and bring my family more grace in the council, then perhaps I can, make some kind of positive change for surface dwellers here in the dark. But that would have to wait until we have escaped here, and amassed enough power to make those betterments to the world.
I'd sooner throw myself to a spider than do that.
Do you Are you always this self-destructive?
Yeah, yeah, actually, it's a bit of a pattern.
You you poor thing. I shall pray on your behalf.
Don't do that.
It's
That's
okay.
the
I
last
know
thing you
I
want
know
to
you
do.
don't feel like you're worth it, but it's okay. I believe in you. Uh, I will hope that you will find the strength of will to better yourself and think better of yourself.
Fair enough.
The drow here were working for demons.
Huh?
The Draugr?
The
They were
drow
what
here,
now? How do you know?
they were working for demons. It's
Who?
the reason I'm here. I have a feeling Dresden knows a little.
DM, do I know anything about this? Because as far as I know, I don't.
You listened in on the entire conversation involving Elvara and Sorel during the first
Shit, I
session, which involved Sorel being apparently a part of a ritual that had been conducted against anyone's will, and they want to complete this ritual process.
So Zarel's in league with demons.
Yes.
Define in league.
That's what it sounds. That's correct me if I'm wrong. That's what it sounds like.
It more sounds like it more sounds like he's almost like the unintentional fall man, the unintentional sacrifice.
Oh, so I can blame this on Navara. Got you. So what Dresda is going to say as her eyes narrow at Zarel. I overheard your conversation with Lady Ilvara. If anyone has been cavorting with demons, it appears to be you and her. As you apparently are part of some ritual. By also, that reminds me, what was that stone that suddenly appeared in your hand?
That's a good question. Look, from everything I know, I was accidentally stabbed by a dagger, more of a slash, and apparently that's enough for a ritual to start. And they need me in order to bring a demon about. So we need to make sure that doesn't happen. That is to go to God, what's the place called again? Menzoberranzan.
Would I know anything about the dagger and or the ritual?
No roll necessary. No. But it sounds like it. It sounds like that might be what you're looking for.
So perhaps we should make some kind of pact to help each other. It seems like our goals align. I wish to elevate my family. You, and she'll point to Zarel, seem to have some unfinished business with this ritual, which please do clarify for us whether or not you are a willing participant.
I feel like I made it very clear that I don't want to be here at all. And I think I've made enough packs today.
No, this is something a bit less untoward. Finlay, was it? I do not know of your goals outside of being helpful, but your help is definitely wanted and seems needed with this lot. And with you two, oh sorry, you?
Yes, I'm happy to help. I mean, if you know anything about where they would have sent my father, that would be wonderful. But in the meantime, I'm quite happy to help. I'm rather sick of seeing people die.
Finley, out of character, Finley is just too good for us. Finley is just too
Fair
sweet.
enough.
Like,
Yeah, she's like she's a guardian class, so I'm like, it's kind of built into her to want to preserve life where she can.
it's like, oh my gosh, it's wonderful. Wonderful. But as for the two of you, um, this seems like a perfect opportunity to get some what seems to be much desired vengeance. As she kind of refers to um, Tanra, Tanran,
Tarin.
Sorry.
Terrain. All right, Terrain and Deimos. So what do you say? We join our hands in unity and camaraderie, at least for the time being.
Bruce.
Is that no from Deimos and everyone else?
No, it seems like the best course of action.
Wonderful. Yes, no betrayals, no lies. Just all of us working towards a common goal. Now, please, she'll like pull out like a dagger from like a. She has like a garter. Now, if everyone please hold up their palms.
That's okay. This is enough.
No.
Finley just looks at her metal hand. Confusion.
Right. Well, we'll get that blood somehow. She'll just throw
Oh my
dagger.
god.
You will not.
You don't get the like intent that she seems like she's like, oh yeah, I'm going to stab you in your sleep. But it's like a we're doing dangerous stuff. We're probably going to bleed. You know, it'll happen.
Blood will come
We'll
somehow.
get that blood somehow.
Yeah, the blood will find its way into the vials, and the words will be
The
spoken.
vials. You know what? We don't need any more of that. It's okay.
Jesus.
I'm good.
You
Oh
said
my
still.
God.
Thank you.
How else are we supposed to be best friends forever? I
Oh
think we
my
broke the deal.
How else do I ensure your loyalty?
Exactly.
Let's say I have a sample of your blood to use for my ritual.
This
Very
is
common for drow friendships. You gotta seal them in blood, or they don't count.
very culty.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Well, yeah, how else are you gonna do a voodoo curse on them if you don't have a piece of them?
Exactly.
It's insurance.
You think Jorlin's face just got like that? No. No.
That was all
Meanwhile, I'm
Tare.
going. Yeah, that was taking credit for my hunting prowess.
Wow, you're so impressive.
Yeah, Finley's just like, everyone's friends here.
I can
This is
no longer tell
wonderful."
if anything. I can no longer tell if anything out of Dresda's mouth is like genuine or not.
Good.
Yeah.
That means
I'm just
that
gonna say right now, I'm not.
embodying a true noble.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say right now, I'm not even rolling to see like if I'm trying to intuit if they're lying. I'm just not trusting a word they're saying.
Oh, I swear. I will say though, there is earnesty in their words. So on some level, like it's not. You ever go to like a used car salesman,
No.
like or a car dealership in general? Like they're going to tell you all the great stuff, but they're not going to tell you about like, oh, you know, this is terrible on gas, and you will spend hundreds of dollars a month on gas. But it's got 4 television screens.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's a rattling noise, but you can just ignore that.
Yeah, if you turn the music up all the
Turn the
way,
music.
you won't hear the rattling.
And it does have good
Ours are
speakers.
Great speakers. And so shiny.
Built-in subwoofers too.
Yeah. You guys want this?
Look
You
how
need
shiny. We just waxed it.
exactly. You actually need this so that you can get from place to place. But this specific car, that's very expensive.
This is the one.
This is the one. This is your car.
Yes. You'll never get it cheaper anywhere else.
Never.
Ignore the
Such
fact
a
that the tires
weird-ass
melt on
tangent.
pavement.
Sorry.
So we going back in character now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the best
Oh,
10
no, that was all in
minutes of just
character.
us talking
The
in
drow are
character.
big.
No,
Yeah,
that was
used
all.
car
That was all
salesman.
in character.
I think one of the worst things the drow have done is create the car dealerships.
Mm,
Okay.
I don't think they created it, but they definitely run it.
Okay. So, what is the game plan? You've still got a Casmi just beating on the door. There's another exit here there are still 3 other Casmi who don't seem to really be paying attention to what's going on over here at the spire. And you've got Prince Darendil, a drow I think you still haven't asked the name of, and a Myconid sprout you will also not ask the name of.
He wouldn't tell us
I'm
his
the only one
name.
that can, and the only one that can talk does not care what its name is. And it's,
Is the Myconid in the room with us?
Yeah, she's
it's
on
there's
Finley's
a little
shoulder.
Finley's now got a little. Well, no, now it's on Finley's shoulder. Finley's Finley as Drizda was just beating the shit out of the drow. You would have seen the little Myconid sprout come running over to you and kind of just like nuzzling on your shoulder.
Aw, so cute. And it goes back to just beating him.
God damn it.
but like
She's trying to
noble
beat the
people,
demons out of
like
him.
it's like a half arm outstretched slap back and forth type of beating.
All right.
I mean, how do we move forward? We had to wait, right?
Really, yeah, it's just more waiting until this Casmi just.
Plan is just the wait. Okay.
like,
I don't think there's anything else we
it's
can do.
essentially cut to black.
Yeah.
If we're quiet, it will eventually get bored and go away.
Eventually, I will say you all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Hey.
Yeah, nice.
As you all are once again stuck in the spire for quite some time, until eventually the chaos subsides and you find that at the end of about, we'll say, another 5 hours, the Casmi are gone.
Maybe prepare it, but I still kind of want to jump down. to
Because
the-
I have to pick my spells at the start of the day and craft them. That's how the artificer
Mhm.
works.
Mhm.
Right.
Does Featherfall work on multiple people?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Specifically, I think 5 people, including the caster.
Nice.
But there's also a lift if you want to use that.
Where all the corpses are.
Yeah, I'm good not going towards the lift.
And
Yeah.
we
I mean, at the very
still,
least, the last person would need it. Because
we
someone
still
has to be at
some
the top
people
to
who
operate it.
pull the fucking levers, so.
Well, we don't need to. We definitely don't need to give a mic in a Featherfall because anyone can carry that guy. I'd say that I could probably carry up to 2 people by myself if that is allowed, as like a
Is that how
grappling.
Featherfall works? Is that an option?
It's 5 people. It's 5 people. Drop 60 feet per round.
Yeah, 5 people slow their fall. If I'm holding someone, that there's nothing that says I can't or nobody can do that. Is there?
Doesn't have a weight limit either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I can just prepare 2 Featherfalls and just use up my spell slots. Because I don't have any offensive spells that I can really use other than catapult. So I don't mind
Mhm.
being utility bot for this time.
I feel like 1 Featherfall maximum. We don't really need it, given that we have rope and.
Yeah, we
Prince
still have enough
Prince
rope to get
Darendil kind
down.
of goes. Prince Darendil kind of says, "The Quaggoths I have seen have been able to man the lift. If we are able to get everyone down using the lift, then perhaps we can just Featherfall the 2 people who had to man the lift."
That sounds like a
The
plan.
demon's not over there? Should we... Is that...
We can check,
Okay.
but I'm not sure if they're still around.
There's no
Um,
towards reaching anymore.
All
Well,
right.
who's
so,
going to check?
Look,
Uh,
I can't go and check, but I'll go.
I'll
and
check
check.
again.
No, you just wait in
No.
here. It'll be fine.
uh, the myconoid sprout, who has taken the opportunity that everybody was in 10 feet of them to give them everybody rapport spores, says, they didn't attack me. When in the pit, I can maybe go check myself.
Oh, aren't you just the cutest
Wow.
thing?
And just like that, you are now my favorite.
Thank you.
Sorry,
You will
Finley.
not
I'm
be
Stool.
back soon.
Finley's just oblivious.
Dress is just gushing over
Oh.
Stool.
That's the one thing that breaks just a noble like attitude, just a cute mushroom.
Yeah.
I'm not trusting a fucking mushroom scout. Not.
Damn.
The entire time,
Racist
Deimos, you
drow
just
and
the entire
mushrooms.
time, Deimos, as Deimos and Stool are both investigating Stool, you just hear in the back of your mind, is it like Stool is kind of just like making their like almost like treating it like an investigation, like they're trying to like spy.
Oh,
I get close enough to the door where I'm not in danger, but so I can hear Stool's little theme song.
It's only telepathically within 30 feet of you. So as soon as you like stop hearing,
Okay,
as soon as you like,
I'm gonna stay like 35 feet away from him.
Now the question is, does the theme that he's humming like immediately cut off, or does it fade out as he gets far away?
you just hear
No, no.
Can I
just cut out.
can I open the story?
The what? Oh yeah, you can definitely.
Actually, have we had a long rest?
Yeah, you've had a long rest. So
Fuck. Yay! I'm not dying anymore.
in fact, I'm gonna actually.
Oh, hell yeah.
Have I ever been here again the side of the place?
Have you been here?
Yeah. I mean, like,
I'm sure you would have been like out and about, probably around this area once or twice, as a prisoner
I know
performing.
where Ilvara's like office was.
You would probably know her living quarters are at the very least in this spire.
I'm gonna take a small detour to this spire.
Okay. Go ahead and make a small perception check.
I don't like the addition of small to that sentence. Never mind. We're good.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you
There's the nat 20 we were promised.
you immediately are confronted with a very realistic looking shrine of Lolth, which is in the form of just a giant statue of a spider. For context, the carving is so lifelike that anyone initially entering the chamber and seeing it in a dim light must succeed on a DC 12 perception check to recognize it. On a failure, a character mistakes it for a real giant spider.
Okay.
But you are able to find that there are 3 layers to this spire. This is the highest spire layer, and it goes down 2 more layers, in which you find the quarters of Ilvara, and then a separate quarters for Shur. And both of them are not in either of their quarters, and their belongings seem to have been taken.
Like,
Let me actually.
no books, no journals, no like papers.
Wait, I thought that spire was a temple.
It is. So there are three layers to there are three layers to this spire. The top layer is the shrine to Lolth. The next layer underneath, the next room underneath, with still within that spire is Shur's quarters, and then the one below that is, or no, sorry, it's top layer is the shrine, bottom layer is Ilvara's quarters, the layer after that is Shur's quarters.
I mean, if there's valuables, we can always sell them later.
You are able to find a smaller kind of ceremonial shrine piece to Lolth, which is carved in this underdark wood and bone, and inlaid with semi-precious stones. This shrine is worth 50 gold pieces and can be put into your inventory. There is a chest in Ilvara's quarters that contains a variety of silken garments and personal items, including a silver chain headdress set with small onyx stones worth 50 gold pieces, a drawstring bag with 2 potions of healing, a small leather purse containing 24 gold pieces, 30 silver pieces, and a small moonstone worth 20 gold pieces. And then a separate purse which has a component pouch inside. Oh, and apparently this is also where you're supposed to find all of your personal items, which makes no sense. Anyways, in Shur's room, you find a pitcher worth a single gold piece, a bunch of personal items and clothing from in Shur's chest, including a small purse containing 20 gold pieces, a black velvet mask stitched with silver thread in a spiderweb pattern worth 25 gold pieces, a set of bone dice engraved with elvish characters worth 10 gold pieces, a small velvet bag containing a spider-shaped onyx brooch worth 50 gold pieces, and a flask of strong, syrupy blue liquor worth 10 gold pieces.
What were the last items?
The last one?
The last two.
The last two? A small black velvet bag containing a spider-shaped onyx brooch worth 50 gold pieces, a flask of strong syrupy liquid, strong syrupy blue liquor worth 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
But that is it from the spire. Let me verify if there's anything in this one. Yep. But there is, even with all of this wealth that you've just collected, there's still a lacking of Ilvara and Shore.
I mean, I was more looking for like a 7 or something. I'll take the infinite amount of wealth, I guess. Is the mushroom still alive? Is it dead?
The mushroom's still alive, as it's just like, nah, I don't think there's anything here.
You were preying on its downfall.
Yeah.
The lift
How could
looks
you do
fine,
such
I
a
think.
thing?
The basket looks a little battered, but I mean, the lift itself, it looks fine.
Anyone alive here? Or,
No,
uh,
these guys look like they're 2,000 years old.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Loot the elite warriors mostly. Just
One more time.
desecrate their corpses further. Just loot the like any
Okay.
valuables from the warriors that are there.
You are able to find basic hand crossbows and short swords on their persons, as well as chain shirts.
I was thinking more akin something akin to like rings and
On the drow themselves, no.
okay. I'll just make my way back if there are no valuables.
Stool just follows alongside you.
You know, it'd be a great opportunity to kick it over, but I won't.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Why did everyone suck in this campaign?
Stool.
Oh,
Wait, you kicked you kicked Stool?
No, what? No, I'm here.
yeah.
I'm right here.
Oh, Stool, don't ever leave my side again.
Oh, that's
I-
his name? Oh,
Really
good
is-
stool.
Stool just really triggered some maternal instinct.
I'm gonna take everything
In all of
to the
us.
gold pieces, and I'm just gonna, I suppose I have it in like a bag, like a separate bag. I'm just gonna throw it to the ground.
Okay.
Except everything that breaks, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
So a lot of it is a lot of personal possessions. I think you only got I think you only actually got like 24 actual gold pieces. Everything else is like valuables you need to sell. So you just toss all of that in the middle of the floor, in the middle of the room.
Yeah,
Okay,
so,
so-
I took a small detour going to check. That's everything I found. No information, no Ilvara, no whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah, well,
Fucking,
sure.
Zolan wasn't anywhere to be seen either. And the demons weren't there either, so pick through the stuff, take whatever you want.
Everyone's dead though. So,
At least it's
I-
easier for us to get away? Question mark.
So if it's clear, that means
Let's
the
get
elevator
the fuck
is.
out of here.
I think this is our best option. Let's make haste before things turn sour.
Agreed.
all right. So
We should look for in the rest of the rooms to see if they have any information, maybe a map, or supplies.
Okay, lead the way.
Oh, right, you need food. I keep forgetting that.
All right. So you all make your ways down back down here. You find this is like the main court. This is like the main area where all of the drow reside, as most of these are like barracks and the main cafes. Not so much, not really a role required. There's not a lot of here for navigation. There's not a lot of information here. In terms of anything else in the Underdark, it's kind of just barren.
Barring the corpses, of course.
Are any of these corpses Elvara or Shore?
No.
Okay. Out of character, I know that as the player, but obviously,
Yeah.
Dresda wouldn't have known yet. Curses. It's just such a shame. So much death. Oh well.
So who is to operate the elevator?
I shall do it if the Prince Darendel pitches himself. I shall need it. It should be a two-man job though.
Who's the strongest physically?
Me. But don't know if I'm
I'm just
Yeah.
too big. Okay. All right. So for the lift.
What about the tainted guy?
He's there.
Yeah, we get him and Prince Dandruff. No, okay, Durendo.
Dandruff. Anyway,
Prince Dandruff. That's
no.
Prince Dandruff.
grand.
Okay. So, up to 4 medium-sized creatures can fit in the lift at a time.
So not even all of us can fit in, anyways.
No, this is going to be multiple trips.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go for
Say.
We don't need multiple trips though. We just have 4 of us take the lift, and then the other 4 just feather for no. We're gonna use it anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yes.
works.
That's a good point.
Okay. So
What's the
probably.
Featherfall device look like anyhow? Like how are we activating it? Flavor wise.
It looks vaguely like a sort of clockwork orb. And it's already been wound up. You just push a button.
Hmm.
And then it
I will not be
generates
op-
like a gravity field.
I will not be
Crazy.
operating it.
All
Finley
right.
will
So
give it to Darendelle, and she'll be like, "You just push this button."
kind of it barely fits in his 2 little fingers as he's just like, All right. Trust your judgment. And we have to wait until we're already falling to our death to activate this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as soon as we're airborne, we activate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how that works.
All right then.
Don't worry, I've done this before. It's
Are
all
you sure?
good.
Are you sure you can't just stay behind and do it yourself?
I'm happy. I'm happy to if you would prefer that.
This is
Isn't it
your
more fun
technology
to
I'm not
press it?
familiar with. Is this?
Oh, okay.
He's like trying to look at the intricacies of this device. He's like, I have not seen a single remotely familiar thing like this in Faerun.
So
Not
this
from
is
Faerun.
Okay.
magic, right?
I think. we should probably worry about that once we're on the move. All right, so
Agreed.
for operating the lift, it is a strength check from either you or Prince Darendil. You gain advantage because the other person is aiding you in this role. He currently has a 17 to strength, a +5 to athletics, which I will allow to be used if you'd like.
I have a 19 in strength, +6
Okay.
to athletics.
Okay.
So
So you can
don't have
go
to
ahead
that's-
and roll an athletics check with advantage.
all right. Got really
Hell
used
yeah.
to doing that
All
from the other
right.
campaign.
You are able to it definitely is a lot, and you can tell that these lifts are built to the scale of Quaggoths, so you are almost kind of like struggling just from the mere size of it, trying to like crank it, but the two of you are able to slowly just lower this basket down to the ground. And Sorel, Deimos, Dresda, and the Drow are able to make it to the bottom, descending 100 feet down to the surface. You are able to pull it back up, or you can just leave it if you want to. It's not going to be an additional check if you want to do that.
Probably just leave it.
Okay. And
I am suddenly realizing that I forgot that I am tiny compared to Quaggoths.
yeah, he's kind of just like burling over you at like 7 feet tall.
Yeah, that's head and shoulders above me.
Like, are you like he's kind of like, are you okay there? You're getting picked off the ground.
Yeah, like I am fully like I'm doing like push-ups, like lifting myself off the ground on the downswing of the like crank or whatever it is.
It's like a
You're just like
seesaw.
picking yourself off the
Yeah.
ground to use your full body weight to like bring it down.
Yeah, like I got the strength for it. It's just I do not have the weight or the size,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a little wonky, but it functions.
Okay. And then lastly, as you descend the basket,
I got the spirit.
Finlay, Prince Darendil, Stool, and Tarain, you all psych yourselves up. Prince Darendil needs a moment to be like, I need to understand if I'm familiar with magic, but I really don't like that we have to jump off the edge and then you cast the spell in order for and he eventually agrees, and the four of you jump off. You are able to cast Featherfall on yourself, and the four of you all glide down. Stool gets caught in the river, but you are able to snatch him out of the river, and you all eventually are able to make it down here with the rest of the group.
Nice.
All right, so you are now at the base of this ravine that you are all in. You see this. You are on this upper half of the map. This whole like open space is available to you. There are 3 passageways that you can see leading off in different directions. There is the North Passage, there is the Western Passage, and there is the Southern Passage.
Dresda, do you know how to get out of here?
Yeah, DM. Do I know how to get out of here?
So you know the Western Passage leads to a city called Dark Lake. The Southern Passage leads to Gracklestug. And the Northern Passage leads to Menzoberranzan.
So,
But I should
need to-
clarify that all of these are several days' journeys.
I mean, we're headed to Menzoberranzan. I guess my question is, does Dresda think that it's safe to bring these people to Menzoberranzan? Like, are we going to have targets on our backs, or can she maneuver? Like, socially.
You've got 2 drow with you. 2 other drow with you. Maybe it's not terribly out of character to see other people that aren't drow or Duragar or Darrow in the Underdark.
Helps if it helps. While I am in like the underground, I pretend to be a drow.
And Finley
You-
just kind of
As
looks like
everyone
a palish
knows,
humanoid.
I am a
so-
drow.
You're like cloaked, right?
Interesting.
Yeah, I have a mask.
Yeah.
So the only
Okay.
people that straight up can't pass as a drow seemingly are me, Dara, and Dylan Stool.
I mean, Stool is fine. Stool.
Yeah, are we worried about Stool?
We're not. We should always be worried about Stool. Actually, Stool is precious.
Worried for his well-being at the very
Yes.
least.
I mean,
Oh.
Daredevil is also fine, no? Aren't they common? Like common down here? Like, what he's transformed into?
Look, I just want you all to know that if anything happens to Stool, I will kill everyone and then myself.
Completely understandable.
Like, she. It was funny. She almost looked like she did when she was scaring Zarel when she said that. Like, she's just so serious, and then goes back to just fawning over Stool. Oh, I guess I should mention, the northern path will take us to Menzoberranzan, but it will take several days to get there. And if anyone asks, and she'll point to the ones that can't pass for drow, just you are our servants, loyal servants of fuck, I don't want to, of House Bainry. Yeah, if anyone asks, just use the name House Bainry. And yeah, does anyone have any questions, concerns, comments? Everyone have enough rations for the journey?
Can we go to Neverlight Grove?
Still, we will go wherever you want.
I kind of want to go.
Yes.
I want to go
anywhere
home.
Stool wants.
I kind of want to go home. To the Neverlight Grove.
Okay, change of plans, everyone. We're going to Neverlight Grove.
Mm-hmm.
And where's that?
That's the western path, right? Or was that southern?
That would be, I believe, traveling to across the Dark Lake. So the Dark Lake. So I should clarify. Gracklestug is what is called the City of Blades. It is a Duragar city, the main Duragar city in the Underdark. The Dark Lake is a massive body of water, which is a channel of rivers and streams that kind of is almost like the best travel across the Underdark entirely. It is also the best way to leave the Underdark. But I believe getting to the, if I can find it, I believe the Dark Lake would be the best option for the Neverlight Grove. Yes. So yeah. Going to cross the Dark Lake would take to the Neverlight Grove. Prince Darendelle is kind of just like, I am all for wherever we go. I just would like to either leave or remedy this polymorph. Either one, hopefully both.
Wonderful. And I'll start leading the party towards the lake, so we can go to wherever Stool wants to go. Honestly,
Is that where everyone wants to go?
I guess.
feel free to stop Dresden. She's just smitten by this mushroom.
Submit all worldly possessions to Stool.
I'm thinking, like, first course of action should be Menza. That's where everything seems to be leading us. Then the best way out is through the Western Passage, which is also where Stool wants to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we go there next.
Yeah, as far as I care, I mean, I'm out of a cell, so I don't really care where we go next.
Yeah, Neverlight Grove will offer sanctuary. It's a nice place. A lot of myconoid.
If it's not like imminent death, I'm fine.
No, it's a really nice place.
Oh, that was out of character. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to going to the
We
Neverlight Grove.
should ask the fucking mushroom. That seems like the best course of action. Have you all lost your fucking mind?
What?
It's a mushroom.
Don't you dare
And
be
Finley
rude
will
to
just sort of do a
Stool.
very exaggerated gasp and hug Stool to her chest in a sort of
Clearly can
outrage.
talk like the rest of us, although a little different.
It psychically talks with you. It's a mushroom. Listen to me for a second.
Okay.
It's a mushroom that psychically talks with you. It's in your mind, like a voice in
Okay.
your mind, and that's fine.
Mhm.
With you.
Fungal friend
you know what?
speaks in my mind.
I've had weirder.
Therefore, I can trust them.
It's in your mind. How can you trust it?
But
Inner thoughts don't lie.
that's just my spores. I can communicate telepathically with people with my spores.
See, it's just a sport.
Is it good spores? Yeah, Finley doesn't understand any of it, but she's like, no, spore is good and precious.
Thoughts of the mind cannot lie. Therefore, I trust him more than anyone.
They can. They do often actually. Like pretty fucking often. You see, my thoughts.
I don't know that.
Like that I could win the fight, and then I got fucking handled real fucking quick because my thoughts lied to me.
Look, no thought of mine has ever lied to me. Therefore, if it's in my head, I can trust it. That's my thought, bro.
Okay. So
This is
the best
awful.
course of action, right, is to follow the talking mushroom, the psychically talking
Yes.
mushroom. No one asked you.
You
I
did not
mean-
specify.
This mushroom is the best thing in the Underdark. How dare you?
Okay, that's fair, right? But the
You
fucking
even-
vibe is
You see, even the
really
crazy, the insane drow is like, yes, sanctuary. I wish to go to the Neverlight Grove, please.
Okay, so we're going to follow the direction of the talking mushroom and the insane one. No, that's perfect. That's
Dresden holds up Stool to your face. Look at this face. Does this look like the face of someone that would lead us to danger?
it doesn't look like a face because it's a fucking mushroom. It's not a person. It's a mushroom.
Don't be so rude. Stool, don't listen.
You're agreeing with an insane man.
Stool, it's best for us.
He didn't say anything other than I'm tainted. I'm tainted. And now he's like,
It's
yeah,
a
let's go to the
Neoblurodon,
fucking
John. It's a
grove."
magical Neoblurodon. It's gonna get
Do I know
everything
anything
done.
about this? Do I know anything about this grove to like confirm that like Stool's not just like bullshitting us?
Go ahead and make a. I would say either history or nature.
Okay, I'm gonna go with history because it's higher. Also, this should be a surprise to no one considering that Dresda canonically has a big old mushroom hat.
Right.
Oh, it's a mushroom hat?
Forgot about that.
Oh, I thought it was a witch hat.
It
They are
looks,
very
it
mushroomy.
is kind of wish, but it looks like a mushroom.
Oh, okay. Because I made your Hero Forge look like a very like classic witch hat. I can change that though.
Oh no, it's fine. You can keep it.
I mean, to be fair, all witch hats are very mushroomy.
Yeah, it's like floppy.
They kind of look like a mushroom.
Yeah.
I don't think floppy is the most apt description for mushroom.
I've seen a floppy mushroom.
Yeah, it depends on the kind of mushroom.
Yeah, that sounds eerily close to a euphemism.
All
Let's
right,
move on.
all right, all right, guys.
Moving on.
Not in front of Stool.
So on a 10 to your history check,
So,
you were able to find that the you kind of have a loose understanding of myconoids, which is what Stool is. Stool is a little scout, a small little like a smaller myconoid who takes on the appearance of just a regular ash mushroom, but you know that myconoids can be a lot bigger and a lot more humanoid looking when they are fully grown. The Neverlight Grove itself is very much just a collection of myconoid civilizations in this massive area, in this massive almost cityscape. So yes, pretty much telling you exactly what. He doesn't seem to be lying in any way.
Yeah, so I can personally vouch for Stool that this grove is a pleasant place. Actually, probably one of the more pleasant places in the dark. Definitely a respite for such weary ex-convict travelers like yourselves.
I
mean, if
not-
Elvira and Shore have made it to Menzoberranzan before us, they might spread our likenesses about the place. Like, we might be wanted people.
Wait, did
I
anyone that,
guarantee
like,
I am.
did anyone that like survived, well, potentially survived, even see you guys? When they just think that you got slaughtered along with everybody else?
I think it was just Sorrel
I
that was
believe
like
that
seen
Sorrel-
alive.
Dead.
Yeah. Deimos should be assumed dead. I don't think they saw any of the other prisoners. It was just Sorrel.
They're gonna be looking for me. I guarantee that.
We'll just have to do something about your face and like maybe the clothes that you're wearing.
What's wrong with the clothes I'm wearing?
They would recognize them.
Mm.
Yeah, you can see Dresda pull out a knife as she's talking about your face.
Yeah, like she kind of like lifts her skirt like Yzma, just to show the dagger she has.
I'll get it figured out. I'll get it figured out soon. But like, I feel like the best course of action would be, get this demon out of me.
The what out of what now?
I
Yeah,
Wait,
everyone
I don't
just
think anyone else knows
at
about this
Sorrel.
demon.
okay. Maybe I wasn't as clear as I thought it was. They were trying to summon a demon, but it turns out it accidentally got put in me.
Can I talk to it?
To the demon? I have no clue. I don't even. Maybe I have. I don't know.
No. As you like hear his voice and you turn around and he's just leaning up against a rock. It's like, no, he cannot.
All right. Well, that's clarification at least. No, you can't talk to the demon.
Why is it shy or? The...
I mean, theoretically, I can answer his questions and then you can just talk to him. There's a weird back and forth, technically, if you want to do that.
Yeah, that's fair. What questions are you trying to ask?
Why are the demons here?
So why are you here?
I'm here to help you. Get your demon
You're
out of here.
Me. Oh, you're still pretending to be Jarlaxle. Okay, why is the demon here?
Excuse me. The demon is
Look,
here because there's
No one else can see you. Okay, no, go ahead. This is for you. Go ahead.
kind of gives you a scowl before he's like, the demon is here because the drow are starting to summon them out. Is starting to summon them out of the blue. Summon them from their own planes of existence and use sacrifices as their avatars. You got a demon in yourself because they were trying to deliver the ritual, the ceremonial dagger, to them. To whoever was going to summon whatever demons in you. And the ritual just started ahead of time, which is why I'm here.
Okay, and going to the place of the ritual place will get the demon out of me? And me
well,
back
not-
home?
Well, if you allow me to direct you to the right people, I can get you the people that can cancel out this, that can stop this ritual, rather than complete the ritual.
Okay. And why do you want to stop this ritual?
Because it's my job to deliver them, to deliver the blade to the right people. And you are not the right people.
I think the right people got ran out by demons.
No, the
And
right
they were gonna
people.
kill me.
These people were were people running a scouting city, a scouting camp. The right people are in Menzoberranzan, the people who really run this place.
Okay.
He has a point. The matrons of the capital city are very powerful.
I should know. I'm one of them. Well,
She
not
leaves
one.
that part out. Soon, one day.
Jarlaxle? Or the demon? I can't tell anymore. Okay,
I enter. What the fuck is going on?
no
You
one
yell
else.
out, "I am Jarlaxle."
I don't know why you assume I'm just not Jarlaxle.
Why?
Talk to
What?
demon? No, you can't.
Literally. Okay. So the
options
not demon
are-
named Jarlaxle, who none of you guys can see, tells me that we need to go to Menzoberranzan so that we can get the demon out of me.
Do we have a name for that demon? By chance?
Hey,
I don't know a
Jarlaxle, demon. Okay.
I don't know a damn thing about it.
Are you sure this is really Jarlaxle?
Wow.
The
You
real
know,
Jarlaxle.
I haven't
What
thought
the
about
fuck,
that
man?
one.
Are you sure you haven't cracked under pressure, my friend?
He did
Because
well,
we have
spend
been through a
single
lot.
day imprisoned.
Yeah, but we've been through a lot, and the thing only showed up after the scary demon
It's been
was
a
killed.
day. It's been a literal day of nothing.
I at least know that when
Yeah,
I
his mind could have
shook
cracked while he's
the thing
processing.
that only I at least know that when I shook the hand of the thing that only I can see, it gave me a gem. So it has to be at least sort of real.
Are you sure it's a good kind of real, though?
That's, well, you know.
So I have
So our
a
options for travel are a safe mushroom biome, or a city where we are potentially wanted.
The
We
safe
have-
mushroom place that's
correct.
endorsed by the fucking madman and the
You know, for
mushroom.
for someone who
I-
doesn't trust the mushroom, you seem to really want to go to the mushroom grove.
What sort of Jedi mind trick is that? You want to go to the mushroom grove?
these are the
You
mushrooms
want to
you're
go to the
looking
mushroom
for.
grove so
who are you? Wait,
bad.
I should clarify, Braxton.
Go
Who
to
are you
the mushroom
talking to
grove.
during that?
No, that was not in character. I'm sorry. But for the,
I-
it was just kind of saying the, in character part aloud about the safe mushroom versus possibly dangerous city. That was the only part in character.
Yes.
I just don't think it'll be safe if I go there before this demon is gone.
I'm willing
I
to
might
accept a little bit
go
of danger.
away
Sorry.
to get rid of the demon, maybe.
Does it involve killing me? Cool.
It's
Okay.
See, he
definitely-
doesn't
I
even
think we
know
should
what
go
the
to
fuck.
the North Passage.
Tempting prospect, but I think you're more helpful alive.
Thanks. You might be the first one.
Just think you've cracked a little bit, but you're a good guy. I think you've just been under a lot of pressure in the last 24 hours.
A lot of pressure, man.
There.
Usually I'm like sending rocks to people that like them. Like,
All right. Fine. If Menzoberranzan is not a place you want to go to for obvious reasons that it's Menzoberranzan, perhaps there's a different place on the Dock Lake. But again, that's also a very deadly place with a lot of weird Kuatoa. You want to go to Mantol Dereth.
all right, I can do that. Okay, guys, I have changed my mind. I say we also take the West Passage. Little mushroom guy and the gets it.
I'm gonna turn to Shrel and in Abyssal, I'm gonna say that I'm going to kill him.
What was that?
He said he's gonna kill you.
Nothing.
He said he's
Don't
gonna
worry
kill you.
about it.
Oh, okay.
Don't question
Yeah,
how the
it seems like
hallucination
everyone here is
understands
up for that.
Abyssal.
You know, I was thinking like, the guy that really wants to kill the demons might be helpful in this situation because I also don't really want a demon on me. But it seems like everyone wants to kill me.
Is that out loud?
Yeah, I was speaking to Jarlaxle for that one, which means it was just out loud.
Okay, wait, so how do you understand that?
Jarlaxle told me.
Okay, so the not demon understood Abyssal. Okay, fair enough.
I mean, you're also not a demon, and you also understand Abyssal, so.
You're making quite a lot of assumptions. Mostly correct.
What?
He's quite the opposite, and quite the opposite in terms of that won't help you whatsoever.
Man, you really want me to work just all on my own.
What do you think these people are gonna help you with?
trying to keep me fucking alive? All you've told me is where to go.
Yeah, and I'm trying to keep you alive by telling you where to go.
Okay, and they're gonna help me get there. All good?
Be my guess.
All right. West Passage, guys.
So we are headed westward.
To Neverlight Grove.
We are on 2 different quests. Like,
Stuart
like,
just
it's,
continues
like,
waddling
really
forward.
dark, scary for
To the
for this
Neverlight
mushroom. It's
Grove.
like a
alive.
high fantasy underground.
We're playing grimdark fantasy spore or
Stool.
stool. Stool is playing
To
just
Neverland.
Yeah.
All right. So you all make your way up and towards the western passageway, beginning your descent into the endless Underdark on your way over to the Dark Lake. And I will say that's where we're going to end this session for tonight. Because
Damn.
now I know where you're actually going.
Yippee.
Now we know where we're going.
No one died, and we got off this.
No
map.
one, well...
Well.
Nobody died. Nobody died in session. Let
In
me
this,
clarify. No-
well...
Is Loki done playing or?
No, Loki's gonna continue playing, but they also re-rolled their own death saves, and they rolled 3 consistent failures in a row. So,
Damn.
all right.
Is there a playable mic in it race? That would be a pretty cool way to.
At the
Yeah.
moment, there is a. I don't think there's a playable mic in it race.
Yeah, I didn't. That would be the case.
Unfortunately.
Still turning to BBG.
I remember there's like I had this book called Valda's Spire of Secrets that I used for a like hot second that had a playable race called a Mandrake, which is kind of like that. Which is like a tree person.
Yeah.
Which could theoretically be flavored into being a Myconid, especially if you do like Druid of the Spores.
Mhm.
But that's about it.
That is a very cool character idea,
mhm.
at the very least.
All right. You guys also, as you begin your descent, and we'll call this a long rest as you do, you all level up.
Hey.
Yeah.
We haven't even killed anybody.
Huzzah.
What do you mean?
We
all
killed some
ki-
drow.
Yeah, we killed specifically 2 drow before.
Oh wait,
the-
yeah, I did say this was
demons-
XP based, wasn't it?
Oh.
Mhm.
Never
Sorry,
mind.
guys.
XP doesn't just
Man,
come
you're
from
the
combat, though.
DM. You
No,
say
it
level
doesn't.
up.
I will factor in. I will try to see what I will look later on at how much XP everyone collects during this session.
I mean, if you kind of think about it, we're the reason the whole camp is killed.
Yeah, but you didn't kill the camp. And also that theoretically that could just be filtered down to just Dresda being
Yeah.
responsible for the entire camp. So Dresda would
But
get all of that
Dresda
XP.
is a merciful queen and would love to
All that
share
XP,
the
and all it
XP.
took was a piety point.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if we want, that's very low of her.
Mhm. What, causing everyone to die?
I mean,
I
death,
was looting, that counts.
you know, some other third thing that would
Throwing us under the bus. Yeah, that's very
You
low.
Mhm.
didn't throw anyone under the bus that wasn't a potential threat to her.
Had to clarify.
Yeah, because like Jorlin definitely is somewhere, probably, maybe alive, potentially.
I hope
But
so.
she didn't, physically throw him under the bus. She just let him, have a warrior's death, potentially.
Okay. So I will say, because you also did technically defeat Jorlan. He did retreat. So I will say you also did technically kill 2 drow. So that's gonna be, so I will say 50 XP per drow, which was 2. And then half of what you would normally get for killing an elite drow warrior, which is what Jorlan was, which is going to be 900 XP.
So
Oh, damn.
1,000
Half of
total.
900?
No, half of 1,800, which is 900.
So a
Okay,
total
so 1,000
of
total.
1,000.
Total
Isn't
of
that a
1,000
level?
at the moment. Let me verify.
I think certain 1,000's exactly enough.
To get the level 2 or level 3?
Level 2, at least.
Because I thought it was
Yeah,
only
it's very
300 to get to
small.
level 2.
Yeah, we're at level 3 now.
Oh,
Hmm?
is that the
That's
case?
probably
Uh,
confusing.
I'm
No,
using the
okay, so
D&D
no, you
Beyond
are at,
XP
so
for
at the because the number is experience points to next level 300 experience points.
I mean, they get divided by the group, no?
Yeah, I'm looking it
Is
over.
that how that works?
It's been a fucking decade since I last played XP, but I think it's divided by the group.
Okay, so there are, I will say we won't include Levi on this, so it's just 5. Okay, so everyone gets 200 experience points at the moment, which does not yet count for a level up yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I will probably check to see if any more XP would be earned from anything else. Actually, let me look at the just general rewards, because there is a rewards tab.
Oh, who picked up the health potions?
I did.
I think Demo
Okay.
still has everything.
So
Yeah,
I'm just
Demo's
making sure that those
still-
were picked up.
So I have a shrine to Loth with 50 gold pieces that I left on the table. If no one picked it up, obviously I would have. But silver chain headdress worth another 50. 2 healing potions, which I would have kept one, right? But the other one is up for grabs. Actually, would I have kept one? Yeah, yeah, I would have kept one. And then it's a moonstone, I think, worth 20 gold pieces. Then a component pouch, which I have no use for. A pizza worth 1 gold piece. Or you can use it for its intended purpose, I suppose. A black velvet mask in a spiderweb pattern worth 25. Bone dice, which I kept, worth 10. A black velvet bag with an onyx, worth 50. And some sort of liquor worth another 10. Which I probably also kept.
Okay. Also, in terms of additional XP rewards, everybody gains 30 XP for escaping Velkin Valve in general. It's 150 divided evenly among the players. And I'll have to just check one more time to see about anything else. But so at the moment, I believe that is just 230 XP that everyone has so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, what happens with Loki though? Like are they just level 1, 2, and 3?
Uh, I will make that decision probably. Honestly, I might just switch back to milestone, just because I cannot bother myself with trying to deal with XP base.
This is a lot of work, yeah.
But we'll see. It's also a quarter till 4 in the morning for me right now, so I'll have to think about that when I'm actually awake. All right. Well, for now, that is going to be the end of session 3 for tonight. Thank you guys for coming out. Our next session is going to be May 3rd.
Hell yeah.
Man, the year is flying by.
It sure
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm almost done with school. Let's go.
Me too.
is.
All right. Thank you guys for coming out.
Celebration.
And I will see you guys next time. Take care.
See you.
See you guys later.
Good night, everyone.
Oh.